All right, Archie, do Aros rollies.
Oh boy. Oh no. No.
Jack.
No. I'm recapping.
Jack, you're recapping last session. Whenever you are.
Okay.
Well, first, is everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right,
Yeah,
Jack, take us away.
Last time on Strahd Ball Z, we departed from resting after dealing with the tree and the nonsense to the south. We started making our way back up to the village of Kresk. Along the road, we didn't have any difficulties, other than the fact that we met a knightly man, a sort of undead, claiming to be a former member or current member, wasn't exactly specific, of a group known as the Silver Dragons, a group that were enemies of Strahd, and as soon as Archie identified the group as being so, said, hey, come down to Arkansas, come down, and if you can convince our leader, we'll fight with you. Cool. So, marked that on our map. We'll deal with that later. We are more worried about getting Irina to safety. So we continued back up to Crest and were able to barter via the wine that we acquired from down south and get inside relatively quickly. We were actually pretty easily able to barter our way inside, given that we not only were able to describe how we, obtained the wine, we also vanquished all of the druids and everything that were down there. So they seemed very eager, like, oh, what, really? And let us in, which was really, really nice. So we followed Burgomaster Kreskov, who sort of illustrated, sort of the general gist of Kresk. They're very, not phobic of outsiders, but they very much just don't really let people in. They're very self-sufficient, and they've got a good gig going on here. They got kids, they've got fresh animals and grazing, fresh food, wine. They've got just about everything. The only downside is the elephant of an abbey up on the hill, that, we learned was, oh yeah, there was like this order of saintly warriors that are all kind of dead. And then this guy called the Abbot moved in. He just like shows up every once in a while. So we decided to have dinner with Kreskov, and we're able to negotiate that, hey, as long as they sort of contribute, Irina and Ismark are allowed to stay and incorporate in the community, hopefully giving them at least a little bit more safety. However, negotiations were broken as the son of the burgomaster and his wife, believe it or not, was brought back to life by the abbot, who just walked in after Cryptic saying, ah, yes, I foresaw this. Brought him back, no components, no nothing, barely a spellcast. What a crazy person. And then just sort of left. Yeah, so that's, we do not trust that almost immediately. We decided to go around. No. Yeah, no, very much not gonna deal with that right now. Hopefully go to the Abbey and make sure it's safe eventually. We decided to get a look around. We noticed a couple things. The walls aren't like particularly like densely manned. Like they're not overmanned. They're all right though. There are like kids and stuff being born with arrows found was a little concerning, considering souls aren't supposed to be like leaving, which is weird. And we decided to take Irina's mark, who actually, Irina specifically seemed like super chipper and actually like happy to have some modicum of genuine safety in this place for the first time in a long time, which is, valid, considering the last week of in-game time. Holy shit. So, we decided to go up, I believe it was, I can't remember, was it a holy site by, like, the pond, or?
Yeah, Shrine of the White Sun, I think it was called.
The Shrine of the White Sun, yes, we did get the name specifically, sorry. I just had White Sun written on my notes. I'm like, what the f does that mean? But we decided to go up here, and as we're approaching, yeah, one of those moments where a dolly zoom would be used on Irina's character, as she is like, something, Sergey, oh god, flashbacks, oh god, what's happening? And that's where we ended session. I'm sure I missed a couple little details. Anything anyone else would like to add?
We have real food here for once. That was great.
The abbot is going to demand something of the mayor in exchange for raising his son. We don't know what yet. He's coming back tomorrow.
think
Yes.
that's it. Our one companion there ran off to go assist in werewolf hunting, and our other companion is just lazing around the town with us.
Yes, Esmeralda said she was going to go hunt werewolves when you guys departed for the winery, and she has not returned yet. Octavio is just being chilling in the tower with his cat because, a lot of the people and livestock are really freaked out by a giant fucking saber-toothed tiger. Understandably.
Oh, the mayor did said that Irina and her brother could stay here. They'd have to do some work to find like room and board until they can like sort of build their own house here. Um, so yeah, relatively safe until, you know, whatever the fuck just happened at end of last session.
Alright, give me 1 second. I do have to get up a bit of notes because I thought I had it up, and then the power shut off, so give me 1 second to get that up. Okay, good. It didn't load on the monitor where it would just show you everything. Beautiful.
Someone clip that. Someone clip that.
Alrighty. Rachel, do you have any questions since you were away for a couple sessions?
I think I understand what was recapped. I don't think I have any specific questions.
Oh, and I guess that's the most important thing for our audience. Rachel's back, everybody. She made her vacation. She
Yay.
survived. Give her a
Rachel's
round
back
of
from
applause.
vacation. We're so happy to have her back. I don't have to say
It's so good
Phaedra
to
just
be
side-eyes you every
back.
20 seconds. Or side-eye.
You don't have to try to keep me alive anymore. I can keep myself alive.
Phaedra's doing just fine. Everyone else is fucking shitting pant and dying, so...
Oh.
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, give me 1 second. As we change up the music. And get you to the map. As you are all at the Shrine of the White Sun.
Oh god, there's a map.
What's wrong? What's wrong with there being a map? Why are you worried?
Maps means initiative.
Not always, not always. Come on.
Have some faith in her. So we're totally dead, guys.
Where we last left off, Irina had trailed behind you guys a little bit and seemed to be listening for something. Her eyes glazed over. She didn't seem particularly present with all of you at the moment, and just uttered a simple name, one that you had recently learned to be the brother of Strahd, calling out for Sergei as she started sprinting towards the pool. And that is where we come in, as she is just running to the edge of this pool over here.
Oh.
Ismark trailing behind her because what the fuck is going on with his sister?
Yep.
As she
Heading
starts
on up after.
calling out, Sergei! I'm here! My love, I'm here! As she stops at the edge of the pool, her boots stepping into the water, as you notice the pool start to faintly glow. You start seeing a shimmer glisten across the surface as a figure rises from it, as if
What the
crafted from
fuck?
the light itself. You see a faintly translucent visage of a tall, beautiful young man, standing with his feet on the water as if it was firm as stone. His skin is fair, raven black hair falls in soft waves to his shoulders, and his lips part in a bright, warm smile, and gentle blue eyes look upon Irina with this expression of undying love. As he calls out, Tatiana? Is it truly you? As his hands begin to reach forward, and you can see tears roll down his cheeks. Irina begins to step into the water, her feet splashing into it and sending it in ripples out across.
Gonna look back. Eros is already looking. Gonna look back at Dew and just sort of gesture forwards. Is this sort of? Is this normal? Is this? Should we stop this? What is?
Yeah, kind of like an Arcana check or something. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check. 21. You know what ghosts look like. You know what specters look like. This is a spirit that has passed, that has somehow manifested at this holy site.
I don't know if this is separate Arcana check. Can specters disguise themselves as something else?
You've not known specters to be able to do that unless they're, like, high-level undead casters. But, no, this doesn't seem, with that 21 Arcana check, this doesn't seem like a disguised spirit.
Interesting. Okay.
Irina steps into the water, at this point the water going up to just above her ankles, as she calls out, "It is my love. The years have been so long, but my soul remembers our promise. How do you stand before me now? You fell. You fell." As she begins to weep and continues moving forward, getting up to her knees in the water now. What do you all do? You see Ismark is kind of standing at the water's edge, looking at Irina, very confused, looking at all of you, looking at this ghost, just as he tries, like, reaching out for just... Irina, get away from the water. We don't know what that is.
I am just cautiously going to observe.
Does Irina seem like, what's the word? Like right of mind? Is she, like, being influenced? Like, does she seem like she's being magically influenced by this specter? Or is this just, like, an emotional reaction?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Insight. 19.
19. A little bit of A and B. This is an emotional response, but it is not from Irina. Her voice is slightly different. As you look at her face, though Irina's, her features almost seem softer, as if they haven't been molded by years of living in an oppressive place. It's Irina, but it's not.
Like she's being possessed, or...
It could be a possession, but you're not sure if it's an outward force or something inward.
Something doesn't feel right about this.
Can either of you swim?
I'm not getting in there.
Why? It's just a lake. It's not like it's particularly dangerous.
It's a ghost lake with a ghost guy in it.
Well, he's technically on it. I have armor. I'd sink to the bottom if this is like a pit or something.
As you guys stand there discussing, you see, though initially her feet splash into the water as it reaches up to her knees, she takes another step forward as her feet find solid surface. You see her and this figure run towards each other. And she collapses in a very solid embrace. This isn't a ghost that she's holding. This is someone in this moment who is real and tangible. tears streaming down her face, tears streaming down his, as he holds her close and he cups her cheek and pulls her in for a very passionate kiss. As let me show you what this man looks like. You see Ismark kind of standing there, slack-jawed, very confused, as he is just watching his sister walk on water and being pulled into a kiss by a man he does not know.
He just puts his hands out to you guys as you're slightly panicking and discussing amongst yourselves what to do. And it's okay.
You sure?
No. I believe it though.
I'm not gonna take do it as word for it. I'm not gonna do anything. I just want to I want to observe this whole situation. I want to burn it into my mind. Is there something going on with the water? Is there something going on with Irina besides her state of mind? This specter spirit is tangible. That's weird. Is there something about this place?
Go ahead and make me a religion check.
Ooh, okay.
Anybody who is proficient in religion may also make a roll if they'd like.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this. Fuck.
Reroll curse.
Reroll curse.
Oh wait, I'm proficient with religion.
17. Good enough. Aros, you are too busy trying to scan every detail of this lake, of this scene, trying to pull in every bit of information you can, where you're processing too much at once and not getting enough detail on anything in specific. Phaedra, you've had your studies where you've been taught by your teachers that, on occasion, in sacred ground, lost souls may return, and may return in a physical form. But only those who have served a god as much as they can. The devout. Or in some extenuating circumstances, to reunite people with those they've lost. You guys watch as these two are just locked in a tight embrace, him holding on to her tightly as if she's going to vanish at any moment, and her holding him the same, as he just takes a hand and kind of smooths her hair and just shushes her and tries to calm her a little bit, as she is just sobbing into his chest.
Archie's gonna put his head on a bit of a swivel. This, again, seems incredibly just like, this is so fast and a lot is happening, and he does not want the situation to get more complicated, so he's going to start looking around, not only inside, but up around at the surface and who's walking along the walls and that sort of deal.
Perception check. 17. It is oddly quiet over here. No one is patrolling the walls. You don't see anybody walking around this area. There's a faint bit of warm light coming up from this pool, almost as if sunlight is filtering in from somewhere far beneath it. The wind blows, sending a little bit of snow flurry across, almost like white flower petals. The wind moving through the shrine back here, causing a little bit of a groaning noise as the wood creaks, and is desperately trying to hang on, as it looks like that place will fall over in an instant if anything more than a gentle breeze comes through this area.
I think Phaedra's gonna go sit at the steps of that shrine and just give them a little bit of privacy. I don't think they want onlookers watching them passionately make out right now.
As you start to walk away. They both pull away from each other a little bit as Sergei reaches up to her cheek and wipes away her tears, and he looks back at all of you. I cannot thank you enough for shepherding Tatiana safely to me. I promise I will keep her safe this time.
Are you alive? Or somewhere in between? Or how are you here right now?
Through the Morninglord's grace and guidance, he has gifted me the ability to walk through for a moment, so that I might take her with me where Strahd cannot reach her.
Gonna look to Eros and do a little distrustful of this. That does not sound right to Archie.
Yeah, can we like insight check?
Hey, you can insight as Ismark is starting to try to trudge through the water, and he's just yelling, Irina, get away from that man, you don't know him! Who the fuck are you to talk to my sister and hold her like that? As he is trudging through the water and hits a bit of a slippery patch where it goes deep, and is flailing as he clearly does not know how to swim.
I'll move up and just grab. I want to just like sort of grab him. But I don't want to keep my eyes off the situation. He is still trying to take all this information at once. If he said a place where Strahd cannot reach, is that what he said?
Yep. He said he will take her to a place where Strahd cannot reach her. You may also, anybody who wants to insight check may, because I know Dio and Phaedra have Archie and Aris. If you guys would like to as well, you can.
I will definitely give it a shot, yeah.
Alrighty.
Suss this out.
Success is all around. Now I'll ask each of you for that insight. Is there anything specific you're trying to glean, or just a vibe check?
I'm trying to glean, is this a way out of the mists?
Alrighty.
I'm very much more focusing, like, is he's not thinking illusion. There's very clearly, like, he literally saw an undead guy earlier today, though there is, like, a holy aura, like, whenever Dew is, like, channeling divinity around him. Is this really, like, just, oh, we just happen to take Irina to, like, this one singular place, right? Is this guy saying this in a meaning of, oh, I will literally, like, just, like, take her with me to, like, an afterlife or somewhere else or beneath the lake or something? Or is this more of a, like, oh, because there was this talk earlier today of, like, you know, reincarnated lives and, like, spirits circling and dancing along fate. Is it literally just gonna, like, oh, yeah, I'll just, like, take the Tatiana, like, bits. Sorry, good luck, Irina. Have fun. Like, when he says, take her, who is the her specifically that this guy is referring to? Because Archie believes that, like, oh, yeah, probably a ghost. But, like, what is he talking about here?
Alrighty. Phaedra.
Yeah, no, I mean, literally what Archie said.
Okay. And then
I
Dew?
just trying to discern, like, what he means by, oh, I'll take her somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Dew has been around a lot of people who pretended to care for him, and those who did. Is that actual love, or is the love he's showing over-exaggerated or false? Does he mean it? Does he mean his love?
We'll get to yours first, because the others kind of go in hand. This you are looking at is something genuine. You are looking at two lovers that have been kept apart from each other for God knows how long, and have finally had a moment to embrace and reconnect.
for a moment, you all see Do get defensive like you guys as well. Then he stops himself just beside you, Archie, and says, "If you can keep her safe, not everyone gets a second chance. Don't screw up again, I guess." As he rubs the bracelet on his wrist in his palm, and he's just gonna turn away. You know, he's not doing okay with this situation. As he's gonna trust him. He says
Uh,
it's true love over there. He's not gonna interfere.
Aros, is this a way out of Barovia? It isn't a way out, but it is a place of safety that this person, that Sergei, fully believes he is taking her to. Perhaps some form of pocket space within this space, protected by the Morninglord.
Okay.
For Archie and Phaedra, he intends to take Tatiana. Tatiana and Irina are the same person, though one has memories the other does not. As it has been discussed in your group, there is a reincarnation thing that happens here. The souls can't leave. So when they come back, they go somewhere else. They find a new home to settle into. There is no way out of Barovia. But a dead man is saying he can take her to a place Strahd cannot touch. But you get the sense that the living aren't the ones who go there. You get the sense that he is offering safety for her soul, so that it does not enter this cycle of reincarnation again, and that Strahd may not continue to torture it. And along with those insights, because they are so close together, you see Irina's face. Something about it looks conflicted. This soul that is present, this face that is more Tatiana's than Irina's, is looking at this man with undying love and wishing to be with him. But there is something that wants to hold back, that keeps looking at Ismark, that doesn't look certain. And the look on Sergei's face tells you that he knows what he has to do to take her out of here, and is not going to enjoy it, but will do it to protect her.
What does that mean?
I leave it to you. You have been told what your insights tell you.
It
As
means
Ismark at this point is thrashing to get out there, but he can't swim.
Archie will wade out to his waist and just sort of put out his banner so that Ismar can hold onto it and keep his head above the water.
Ismark is holding on to it because he's like, oh fuck, I can't swim, but he's trying to get out to Irina and is crying out for her and trying to bid her to come back to the shore. Is there anything you guys would like to do? As Sergei seems to take your words, Do, and nods to you, as he looks at the rest of you, holding Irina close to him.
Archie will look back at Eros and Phaedra and just try and get an idea of what they think before he says his piece.
how do I put this? Aros is fascinated by the situation. And he wants it to he kind of, because he's fascinated by the situation, he wants to see how it plays out. He has no intention of intervening whatsoever.
Phaedra?
Hey,
On a meta perspective, I'm so sorry you have to come back to this beginning of session of all of them, Rachel. Oh my god.
Yeah. Choose whether to save her eternal soul or her living mortal self.
yeah, like this is like a moral conundrum because like is she the same person? Because I don't think so. And is it right for her to be separated from Ismark? Like can't Sergei take Ismark with him? I think Phaedra will sort of just call out to Irina just hey maybe just uh, think about this for a second. Don't do anything you're gonna regret. Why don't you come back to shore and then you can really sleep on it.
You see Irina. She has a hand placed on Sergei's chest, and she looks at you. And Phaedra, you see that there are two people in this body at the moment. There is Tatiana and there is Irina, and both want very different things. And you get the sense that because you shepherded her here, you guys get to choose what happens.
Do we want to talk?
They are giving you a moment to decide if you are letting her go on, or if you pretty much. I will lay this out because it is such a big decision. You guys are getting the choice of save Tatiana or save Irina.
Okay. Do you care at all if we discuss a little out of game?
You may discuss a little out of game, given how big this is. This is why I didn't want to do this without Rachel.
Very fair. Oh my god. Guys, this is big.
One thing I want to do, though. Wants to do. Ismark. Do you feel... Can you protect Irina? You know what this means, right? If she goes?
You see Ismark looks at you, and he looks a little bit dumbfounded. He's not the smartest man in the world, and he is very confused by the situation. Of course I can protect her. It is my sister. I will not let some strange man take her from me.
You all see Do kind of... He's conflicted underneath his mask, even though you can just see his eyes are kind of drifting all over the place. Above table, he wants to let her go, but he sympathizes with empathizes way too much with Irina and Ismark for her just to leave as Tatiana. But above table, I want her to stay. We can protect her.
I think
Right.
seeing that she's like that, like she's conflicted and the Irina side of her doesn't want to go, I don't think Phaedra would be okay with letting her leave. Because Phaedra doesn't know Tatiana. She doesn't give a shit about Tatiana, really. But we've been with Irina this whole journey, and I don't think she would be okay with just like making her, well, because I think Phaedra firmly believes that Irina and Tatiana are different people, even though, like, yes, they share the same soul.
To vocalize out loud, Archie is very much of the opinion that he has literally been told directly by Irina that she dislikes the sentiment and concept that it's like, oh, I'm just like someone else. And so this being the literal, like, physical acceptance of that to the point where, like, she just doesn't get a say is like a massive no in his mind.
Yeah.
And he does not like that because it's very much, oh, cool, in like a past life, I love this person, and now he's gonna take my past self, and fuck me, I guess. From a player perspective, I'm thinking like campaign-wise, I think it's very much been a massive driving force on our end to get Irina out of this situation. Most as it has been slowly, moving and everything, there's the idea, oh, but maybe they're the same. With recent sessions and the clarification that they are two distinct peoples, obviously, Irina can't be taken by Strahd, nor can Tatiana if they get taken, supposedly anyways. Not
It is
100% on that.
it is 100% a ship of Theseus feeling.
Yeah.
How about you, Dan? How are you feeling about it?
If if we really want to stick it to Strahd, to where this whole rebirth thing stops for Tatiana Soul, and it doesn't, so that it doesn't just keep happening over and over and over, I would say let her go. Aros, uh, Aros is his morbid curiosity is getting the better of him, so he would probably just let it happen. He doesn't have as much skin in the game with Irina as you guys do. So, if you guys do try to stop her, I don't think he's gonna help.
Hope you guys don't mind, but Do is gonna say something. We good?
At this point, go ahead.
Sergey,
He turns
listen.
his head to you. I'm listening.
She is Irina. Now, I know you see this as a second chance, but you need to let go. She needs to let go. Strahd needs to let go. Ismark won't fail, Irina, as you have, as I did my sister. We'll stop Strahd. We'll keep Tatiana's soul safe, but she's Irina now. Sorry.
He looks to you and then looks to Tatiana, and he squeezes her a little bit tighter and kisses her on the forehead, and he looks to all of you. You all are her protectors. Yes.
I look over at Phaedra. I nod to her.
I nod.
He looks to Ismark, who is still frantically trying to get out there to Irina, but is realizing that he just can't swim. He's at the point where his chin is just above water and being held up by Aros and Archie.
Mhm.
As he looks to Aros and then looks to Archie to see their opinions.
Aros has no opinion. He doesn't make a yes or no motion. He just looks towards Archie.
Archie has a very somber look on his face. He keeps staring between the two of them, looking like he wants to say something, but he is frozen in place, waist high in the water, just staring out with recognition for both sides of this scenario. And he very much just takes his offhand and pounds it across his chest in the exact same gesture he made all the way back in the village of Barovia when he swore that he would take Irina to safety from Strahd.
Oh,
Irina, not Tatiana.
God, guys, is it raining right now? I'm in Dew's head, and it's raining right now, right? When did it start raining, Mel? Fuck.
You know I hate the rain.
Looks like there's gonna be a real bad storm today.
He looks to all of you, and his expression is somber, but carries no malice as at you all wishing to intervene and to keep Irina with you and to prevent him from taking Tatiana. He looks back down at her, and he looks at you all. And you see in his face that flicker of recognition that Irina wants to stay. As he just puts a hand to her cheek and rubs his thumb across it. Then you must protect her. Know that I hold no hatred in my heart for my sister. Only pity. If you are to protect Tatiana, then please free my sister of her curse. Let her pass beyond to the Morninglord's embrace, whom she once served in fervor. I do not look forward to how it must be done. You must either slay her, or one of you must take her place. But do not let her take Tatiana again. Please.
We won't.
We'll fix these lands. One way or another.
These lands are tainted. They've been twisted and defiled by dark powers even beyond Strahd. Do not make deals with them, for the cost seldom does not exceed the reward. It will seem simple at first, the cost insignificant, but it isn't. Do not fall prey to the whispers from beyond. As he seems to be saying that to you all, but also more so to Irina in this moment. He takes a deep breath and looks at you all, kind of inspecting you. He takes a deep breath and sighs. Find my blade. It is no longer bound to me in body or soul, but I sense it is still somewhere here in these lands. To the south. Find it. Bring it to me. And I will see it restored to its former glory.
Archie crosses his arm across his chest. Cormia will see it done.
He nods at you, Archie. Passive insight. He doesn't seem confused when you mention Cormir.
Hell yeah.
That's interesting.
he won't allow it physically, but he thinks about letting a smile out in that moment, because that is very relieving.
As these lands have been cursed by beings beyond, so too shall the Morninglord know that he is no longer a lord, as the fist of Helm is with him as well. I'm gonna start leaving because the choice has been made, and dude does not want to be here anymore.
Archie will back around and sort of nod as he wades in to grab our good friend Ismark and nods for arrows to help him drag him out. He doesn't want him to drown here.
As you
Can
all are,
I?
what would you like to do, Rachel?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, good.
I assume the decision has been made, so I want to wade out into the water and see if I can grab a hold of Irina's hand and just make sure she gets back to shore.
As you start to wade out, he looks to you. A moment more, please. As he turns back to Tatiana and he places his forehead to hers and holds his hand over her hand on his chest. And he closes his eyes for a second and she does the same, seeming to relish in a last moment together for who knows how long until they are reunited once more.
I'll look away to give them some privacy.
He pulls back and he looks at her in her eyes. To you, my eternal love, I give my heart, my existence, and this promise that where you walk, I will protect you always. He moves a hand up and pulls her into a gentle kiss, before fading into hundreds of tiny lights that float down and dissipate over the pool. As Phaedra, you get up next to her, and she falls, seemingly unconscious as she crashes into the water.
Yeah, just gonna make sure she doesn't drown and just like haul her over to shore if I'm able.
Yep, you were easily able to pull her back up onto the shore as she is breathing. She's not dying, but she is definitely unconscious.
Ismark, come on. We have to get into the tower. Come on.
Ismark immediately moves to take her from you as he scoops her out of your arms, Phaedra, and just holds her close, both of them sopping wet, and now him shivering pretty violently as it is snowing outside.
I'm gonna cast bonfire on like a drier patch of dirt just so we can warm up.
Easy enough. You can put one, we'll say, like, right over here.
Yeah, just like making sure nothing like catches.
Yeah, it's far enough away from any loose dirt, or not loose dirt, but loose twigs or anything that'll catch and send stuff burning.
Yeah, I don't want to burn this place down the first day I'm here.
Are you sure? You don't want to pull a winery?
But I don't know. That's a very tempting offer, but I think I'm good.
You set up this bonfire as Ismark immediately gets close to it, holding Irina close and trying to dry her off despite being soaking wet himself. And he looks still panicked, but a lot calmer now that she is in his arms and he knows that she's here. As he looks at all of you. Thank you for not letting him take her.
It's not really what Irina wanted.
Seemed a little quick.
Like, no matter what he believes, Tatiana is gone. Just your sister now. Can't let that be taken away, right?
He nods and just holds her a little bit tighter.
Archie looks over his shoulder. Aros, is he still there somewhere, or does it look clear?
Eros is just still standing on the shore, looking over it, seemingly in thought, and he just looks back as you call over his name, and then looks over to Irina and Ismark. You should get them back to the tower. Get rid of the wet clothes. Dry them at the fireplace.
Yeah. All right.
You see Ismark stands up, holding on to her. Let us get back to the tower then. As he begins to march down the road, holding her as tight as he can.
You guys, follow her. I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
Not on your own. They're on the walls. They're probably safe to go back alone if we all want to talk.
Dude's just gonna stand there, hands in his pockets. He keeps on fiddling with the beaded bracelet on his left wrist. Kind of looks out into the water. You know, before I met you, Archie, I would have said let's take the easy way out. Send Tatiana away.
There was absolutely nothing easy about that, dude.
It would have been easier for us. There would be no Tatiana, no Irina for Strahd to chase. But I learned a few things since we've been here. Everyone keeps looking to the past. They've given up on the future. But what we've done here, we've changed so much. Broke a few things along the way, but they're starting to look up, you know?
You guys start to hear a low rumble of thunder as storm clouds seem to be rapidly approaching this destination.
Let's go back to the tower. I can talk with you all later. I'd rather not do it outside.
The winds begin to pick up a little bit more violently. The gazebo starts groaning under the weight and pressure of it, as you hear a familiar woman screaming on the wind. Angry, violent, seemingly aware that Tatiana and Sergei embraced once more. You guys see lightning start to crash around the area as it is striking the walls, the trees. It is coming down in this area to a degree that it is extremely frightening.
Tower!
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I need you all to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Not
Oh God.
Great heavens.
Ooh, yeah, that's not gonna save that. I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that. Yeah, I just gotta take that. Damn.
We don't have musician inspiration at the moment, do we?
Unless you used it last session in between the short rest.
I don't remember.
Do I have
Don't
it?
I think
You do, unless you
Phaedra
used
still
it.
has it. I don't believe the rest of you have it currently.
Yeah, I don't think
I
we
know
do.
I used mine. I know. You do have your temp HP still,
Alrighty.
unless you took damage.
Let me roll all these dice real quick.
Oh God.
Oh god.
All right, guys. I had the temptation to ruin the moment and yell out simp, but you know what? I think I'm gonna hold my tongue given what has just happened.
How
Good
many?
idea.
Oh, that's a lot of dice. Okay.
Oh fuck, guys. We're about to be smote down again.
You guys hear Strahd scream on the wind. She is mine! As lightning crashes into the pool, sending water spraying up. It crashes into the gazebo, sending the wood splintering, destroying the statue of the Morninglord, crashing into the ground by your feet, Phaedra. Thankfully, rolled low. You all, having failed, that includes you, Phaedra, take 26 points of lightning damage.
Whoo!
Still standing.
As a violent storm of anger and possession starts to kick up around this pool.
No, tower. I'm just gonna start booking it down the road.
It seems like it is trying to blast the pool away. As you all, I'm assuming, are sprinting back to the tower?
Yeah, getting the hell out of here. We're getting hit with a lightning storm. We're dipping.
You all dip back across the road, sprinting down to the tower. As soon as you get away from the pool, the storm doesn't follow you. It seems localized around that area. As you guys make your way all the way back to the south side. To the tower.
Can we? No one saw us go up there, right? Like, no one's gonna associate us with the lightning storm.
People
like,
saw you
can
go
we,
up.
Can we just like?
You guys just
Can we
walked
just like
up
make
there.
sure people don't see us running away from the scene of the crime? I don't want to get kicked out of another town.
Stealth checks for those who would like to stealth away from the situation.
Hmm. Not good. Not good.
Archie and Aros, are you also stealthing or no?
No.
Hell no.
Alright.
He's too lost in thought.
So-
Archie is also, but in a different way.
So only Phaedra manages to slip back, unchecked by anybody in the town. They are none the wiser of Phaedra having been up there. Or at least not returning from there.
I'm assuming that people immediately notice Dew because, a man covered in mud, scorched by lightning, in a prisoner's mask.
Yeah, they clock that for the three of you who are not trying to hide. But they seem more concerned about the sudden lightning storm over there than anything else, and are, ushering their children back into the houses, shuttering windows and doors, seemingly preparing for a storm just in case. Once you guys reach the tower, you find it unlocked, as it seems like those who are inside probably don't feel this place unsafe enough to need to lock it. As Rictavio and the tiger are just hanging out in the lounge area, and the other two have seemingly gone downstairs.
It's
So pull you over there, and I'm just gonna put them over here.
Archie's gonna huddle over onto the couch and immediately just sink down by the door. Shame.
Dude is gonna step into the tower with all of you. Being the last one in, probably he's gonna shut the door behind all of us, grab onto his holy symbol, and just make a little silent prayer to mend our wounds. And I don't know if you guys already applied the damage. Is anybody below half? Actually, I want to ask.
I'm like right above.
I'm also right above.
And
I'm
yeah,
technically below half.
okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna channel. I'm gonna use one of my 3 channel divinities, and I'm gonna preserve some life. We can go back to up to half hit points using that pool of 30. So I'm gonna use 17 of those, and you can use up to 13 of them.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
So, what do you all do now that you are back in the tower?
Do takes a moment to breathe. I think we made the right choice, right?
Of course we did. She's
Yeah.
better off with her brother.
I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean by that?
You and I have lived for thousands. I don't know about you. She's a human. She will live at most another 80 years. If she doesn't die before then.
What's your point?
If we do not... You've essentially raised the stakes. We can't be... What's the word? Goading Strahd anymore like you did yesterday. Today? Was that today?
Was this sporting?
Yeah, like you... Yeah, like you did this morning.
Trying to bring
If
some sense to her. Wasn't goading her. If she takes it as an insult, that's on her.
House is just gonna shake his head. It would be best if we limit all contact with her until it is time to face her at this point. You, like I said, you've raised the stakes. Especially for her. And I like nod down towards the floor.
Well,
If
I
we
do
fail,
agree with that, but I mean, we agreed to protect Irina, not Tatiana. It wouldn't have been right if we separated her from Ismark. I mean, she didn't want to go. You saw it in her eyes. Though I do agree that we should stop antagonizing Strahd.
Dude nods. Yeah, you're right. I'll try to be a little bit have a little bit more tact with that.
that's
But
not even the worst of it.
oh,
Strahd is being controlled. by something, apparently.
How do you figure that?
He literally quite said it, yeah.
Sergey.
But we don't need to
Well,
worry
I don't
ourselves
think
with
that
that.
necessarily means she was being controlled by something, no? He just said it was
Dark
The, la-
powers whispering to her.
the lands are corrupted, and it's corrupting her as well. And whatever entity, thing, god, divine being, monster, devil, demon, I honestly could not give a damn about that. If we can't stop Strahd, we're not going to stop them. And to cleanse the land, we're going to have to do one step at a time. Get rid of Strahd, and then we'll go after these deep corrupting powers later. If you notice, Do pauses like he's. If you'll all stay here with me to help. If not, there'll be others who are willing to fight. Purify this land to make life better for people. And, very extremely conveniently, Sergei left a magic sword somewhere to the south. Those silver dragons, they were to the south, was it, Archie?
You look back, and Archie is just sat back, head leaned back, pike across his chest, and his eyes are closed, and he just is just sitting there breathing.
Archie?
Yes.
I know you don't want to talk about it, but anytime anything stressful happens, any hard decision comes our way, every time we're put into danger, I can't have you shutting down like this.
I'm not shutting down. I'm just collecting my thoughts. And I'll give them to you once they are collected and not all over the place.
Thank you for saying that. Listen, I know a lot's going on, but we obviously don't have too much time. I'm just gonna tell you what I want to do. It's up for you guys can agree with me, disagree with me, make a new plan. I don't care, but what I want to do is figure out what's going on with the abbot. Make sure it's safe for Irina to stay here. And once we feel confident that we can leave her here without her being captured, kidnapped, corrupted, killed, hunted, immediately, head south. Find that sword. Speak to the silver dragons.
And if we find it's not safe for her here?
Well, we're her guardians. We have an oath to her now, don't we? We take her with us. She's not to say that she's not capable. Both her and her brother are extremely capable. But I'd rather have them fighting out there with us than to be left to be captured here.
This town seems peaceful, at least. Outside of whatever's going on with the abbot.
Yes. So I say, let's rest up while the abbot is out. Investigate the abbey. Make sure that he's honest. Make sure nothing shisty is going on here. And make a decision after that.
Well, what's done is done. I still don't understand why you didn't take a permanent solution.
Do you have siblings, Eros?
Many. Many of my brothers and sisters are lost here. That is why I came.
So you understand what it would do to Ismark if we just gave up his sister. Because it's the easy way out. It's the immediate and permanent solution. And that means we've given up on Ismark. We've given up on Irina. No.
I think you and I have different beliefs.
We have the same end goal. Remember that. Sometimes we can't take the easy way out.
I'm gonna go check on Irina.
Yeah.
Phaedra kind of gets up from the table very abruptly and heads down to the resting area.
You head down to the resting area. You see that Irina has been immediately put into one of the beds over here. Ismark is sitting on the other one across from her and just he's scooted it close enough that he can just hold on to her hand and is just watching her. He's still sitting in his soaked clothes, even though you can tell he's moved to get her out of hers.
You're gonna catch a cold like that.
He seems to jump a little bit as he looks over at you. Oh, sorry, I did not hear you all return.
Is she okay?
I do not know. She sleeps like the dead, though she is not, thankfully. And she has a mild fever, though I think that might be from the cold and the water and the stress. And as you see his shoulders just slump a little bit as he just goes back to staring at her.
Are you okay?
I have to be. I'm your big brother.
Yeah. No, sorry. You should take a rest too.
He nods absent-mindedly. Right, I will, I'll rest as well. Apologies, I think I will stay in with her for the rest of the day, at least until she wakes.
I understand.
He just sighs and stands and, almost forgetting you're in the room, just starts stripping. Just peels off his shirt, tosses it to the floor.
Pointedly look at the opposing wall.
Just goes and in the same way you can tell he did hers, lay their clothes out so they can dry as he climbs into the bed and just curls up there. He doesn't go to sleep, but just watches her, but now at a place that is a little bit warmer and drier than cold, wet clothes at the edge of a bed.
Phaedra kind of set up at the other corner of the room and just kind of just glancing over at the two siblings.
What's on Phaedra's mind as she glances over and sees almost a mirror to what she used to have?
I think it's relief that the two of them haven't been separated, but also a sense of like almost jealousy, but sort of angry at herself for feeling that way.
As you sit downstairs and take a moment to yourself and your thoughts, what do the rest of you do upstairs?
Um, ours is gonna drag basically one of the dining table chairs like close to the fireplace, and he's just gonna probably sit there and stare at it for a while. And I assume we're all long resting.
I will say
Is that
it
what we're
is
doing?
like 2 in the afternoon currently.
Uh,
You guys can long rest. I'm just saying you'll have to like wind down the day and then long rest.
yeah. Uh, but they're. Hold on, what do I got? Yeah, I think I personally would like a long rest.
Do
It would not suck.
oh, sorry. Yeah,
Nah, go ahead.
Do was gonna ask you guys, how are we doing for food? I got enough for a couple days here.
We uh, what did Ismark do with those rabbits?
You see Rictavio is just kind of leaning against the counter and watching you all. I put them over here. You guys. What happened?
A conundrum. I guess that's the word.
Have we haven't shown Rictavio the book yet, have we?
No.
I think first a little required reading would be first. Could you show him the book?
I'm gonna pull out the book of Strahd, the tome of Strahd, and open up to the relevant pages and start going through with him, trying to explain the best I can. Irina equals Tatiana. Tatiana equals Sergei. Sergei equals Strahd's brother. Strahd loves Tatiana. Thinks Irina is Tatiana, even though she's reborn with the same soul, making them different people. Like, I'm gonna go through it step by step in a very
You're explaining it like someone trying to sell you a soap opera.
yeah, exactly.
This is how the love triangle works.
As you
Yeah.
open it up and you show it to him and you start explaining it to him, you see his eyes sharpen and narrow as he moves to take the book from you and to read it.
How do I feel about that?
I don't know, how do you feel about that?
I feel like that this book is very important as I put my hand down on the pages. Basically, without wordlessly saying to him, no, don't take it, read it.
He looks up at you and you see for a brief moment, something very sharp across his expression.
Ooh, can I insight that?
Go ahead and insight check.
Am I getting the feeling like he's being influenced by the presence of the book and the words in it?
16.
16.
It doesn't seem like the book is influencing him, no. But there is a sharp and almost angry undertone in that look that there is a heavy desire to read what information these pages may possess. As he just kind of glares at you for a second before he softens his expression. Sorry, I'm
And
not
I-
going to take it from you, I just want to read it. Or read a bit faster than you talk, no offense.
Sure. And I'm gonna slide the book across the table. I'm gonna see what I can barter. If we're gonna get on the road soon, after we're done here, I'm gonna get ahead of that.
He nods and he scoops up the book and just starts quickly but carefully glancing through the pages. You see his eyes scanning at an incredible speed, as almost muttering under his breath as he is reading each passage.
Does anybody need anything while I'm out? I'll take a look around for you. Alright then.
Dude,
And I'm just... Oh,
I've got some. I have a little bit of money left. Do you need some to find rations or food?
I got some things I could hawk off that people could use. Maybe. What
Is
do
that
you
a
got?
maybe?
Yeah, so like, he's like,
I've got 9 electrum, buddy.
yeah, hand it over. I'll see what I can get with that. Just food? Rations for the road?
Just nod.
Archie, I hope this
Yes?
doesn't require deep thought from you. Do you need
Mhm.
something?
No, I'm alright. I still have personal rations for up through a week.
And I'm just gonna... how many do you want? Eros?
As much as you can get with that.
And just gonna keep it nice and simple. I'm gonna go around, see if there's any like butchers that are preserving some meats or making little, basically preserved foods. Like even if it's like pemmican, I'm totally fine with it as long as it's something that's gonna be preserved and able to be taken on the road.
Alrighty, you don't find a single butcher in this town. There are no businesses in this town. But
Good point.
you are able to find, through asking some of the townsfolk, that they are willing to trade you some salted beef and salted pork if you are willing to feed their chickens, clean out the coops, chop some firewood, do some chores around the village.
Yeah, we have like at least another 6 to 8 hours in the day. Dude would gladly anything to take his mind off of what the hell we just experienced.
Alrighty, we'll say you do that. As I know it's a little bit early, but we'll take our 5 to 10 minute break here so you all can emotionally decompress from what the fuck you just dealt
Yeah,
with.
no, holy shit!
So we'll be right back. Alrighty, y'all. So the plan sounds like for all you guys to wind down the day with conversation and then long rest. Sound right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we absolutely need some sort of mental break after all that, yeah.
Alright. The floor is yours then, guys. You tell me what you're talking about and what you're doing.
Yeah, Do eventually returns after helping out around the town, just getting on people's good books, getting away from everybody for a hot second. But he eventually does return.
Aros is waiting for Rictavio to finish reading the book.
He reads it pretty quickly. Like I said earlier, this man is a speed reader. And he
Yeah.
just snaps it shut and puts it back on the table for Do, and when he returns, and just seems to sit at the table lost in thought for a moment. One, like the thumb and forefinger on his chin, just staring down, a little bit more aggressive than usual at the table.
Thoughts?
She is a fool.
Well, now that you have context, is our belief that Irina holds the soul of Tatiana. And, well, that belief was confirmed when we brought her up north to the shrine, where apparently the soul of Sergei appeared.
You see he furrows his brow as he looks over at you.
He offered to take Tatiana to a place where Strahd cannot reach. However, that would entail, well,
Removing the soul.
Aros just sort of nods.
Hmm. He just sighs and kind of pushes the chair back and looks at you guys. Right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go do a bit of self-study. I'll be at my cart if you need me.
Aros will just nod.
Be safe, friend.
Is he taking the saber-tooth tiger with him?
Yeah, he does, because you know that the tiger can't fit in the cart.
Okay.
As, we'll say you come back in as Rictavio and the tiger are leaving.
Just give him a little upwards head nod as he passes by.
As the two of them depart and head up for the wagon.
Coming back through the door. You look pissed. You say something to him, Eros?
Aros just shakes his head no. Just explain to him what we just experienced.
Ah. So he's as pissed as we are. Got it. I got some rations. Get a hand back your 9 coins, and they don't take money here. They take labor.
That's convenient.
Quiet moment passes by. Phaedra's still around? Or is she out already?
I think she's still downstairs.
Ah. Well, I'm gonna just tap the table. If no one's got nothing to say, I'm gonna head off as well.
Go ahead.
See you in the morning, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the abbot's just weird, not a creep.
I'm unsure if we should actually instigate anything with the abbot at this point.
Figure it out in the morning then. Let me know what you guys want to do. Dude's just gonna drop his backpack in the corner of the room, grab the book, and take it to bed with him.
As you go downstairs, you do see Irina curled up in one bed and Ismark directly across from her on the other bed facing her and has since fallen into uneasy sleep.
That's good. Just gonna wave at Phaedra. I'll slump into the furthest bed and just start rereading the tome.
Is it any better on the third reread?
Well, no, actually. He thinks about it for a second and he goes, kind of? I don't know. I guess you could say I'm just hoping to have more of those visions, get more dirt on Strahd. I don't know. Looking for secrets, I suppose. Maybe there's something hidden in the words, a message, something. And when he says that to himself, kind of jokingly, he actually thinks about it for a second. No, I'm gonna actually like really dig into this book. Is there any like hidden messages? I'm gonna take like a little. I'm gonna make a little bit of fire on a. Oh God, do I have anything that I can make fire with? Shit, I don't. Is there a fireplace here? Is it on?
The fireplace is upstairs.
God damn it! I'm going back upstairs.
There's a fireplace downstairs too.
There's a fireplace downstairs. I'm gonna get this fireplace ignited, and I'm just gonna start doing all of the things I've heard in like stories and stuff like that through my life. I'm gonna do like the fire on the page reveals hidden ink. There's actually like a hidden second cover inside the main cover. Yeah, I'm gonna investigate the shit out of this book for any like secrets hidden in it.
You try to investigate secrets in this book, however, it is old as fuck, and the more rough you handle it, the more the pages split slightly or start to crumble beneath your fingers.
Alright, never mind. The answer is kinda no. Yeah. It's a sad love triangle. Except for the third tip of the triangle is not invited by anybody. Strahd. I'm talking about Strahd.
Just sort of a, I don't know, sort of a pathetic existence, isn't it? I mean, a long life, sure, but it's gotta be, I don't know, kind of miserable.
Hmm.
Not that she doesn't deserve it.
Mel, rereading it again, was there any hints to like who this dark entity who might be controlling or changing Strahd is at all?
I mean,
Because
reading
in
it,
the book, it said she like made she made a deal with
made a
something,
pact
right?
with death. Yeah, a pact
A
with death,
pact
a
with-
pact of
yeah.
blood.
Yeah, but there's multi. That's the part that's really getting me. I mean, there's multiple gods of death, demons, the fiends, all sorts of things. I mean, we all heard the stories around at the temples and churches. You probably heard about them as well. Like, I mean, there's Asmodeus. There's that one lich that went crazy a while back, and somebody stole his hand. There's the 7 layers of hell when that one town fell.
Yeah, but the specific verbiage of blood and death.
Yeah. Trying to figure out who that is. Sorry, Mel. I was asking, as we're looking closer into the book, it was talking about like the Strahd fell to the influence of blood and death.
Yeah.
Was there any clues or hints to who that entity might be, that deity or possible god?
No, there really isn't much beyond what is written directly there. Magni, I love you, but I swear to God, it is not time to be upset that you can't go play in the hose outside.
The baby.
He's like, oh, my dad has the hose and it's on and I can't run at it and get dirty because I just got it back yesterday.
Aw. Poor baby.
Poor baby. But no, it's so hard to get clues when there's not a whole lot that give clues to this entity. Just Strahd made a pact with something beyond her. And Phaedra, you've made a pact with something beyond you. Though you are not entirely sure what all was taken You seemed to just gain horns, but who knows if something more lies waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm not speaking up about that.
Mm-hmm. But you knew it. You know that it came to you in a dark moment where you were desperate.
Did it feel like any, did I feel a specific presence, or was it more of
It was hard
like a,
to pin down because it was so fast. It felt you desperate, wanting to save your brother, and something infinitely more powerful than you and much darker. As if it was made of the deepest parts of the ocean and the sky itself. Asked if you wanted help. To which you agreed. You felt it seek out and seem to prey upon that desperation.
hmm. Yeah, she's not saying shit.
Well, if you want to give it another read, I don't mind. I'm just gonna toss it onto the desk beside the bed there.
Yeah, I think I'm good. There's only so much of her I can take. At some point, the tantrums are just annoying.
Right. Like I said, just get over it already. He kind of tosses. Oh, sorry.
Is there anything else you guys would like to discuss before we move up to Archie and Aros?
No. Sorry. Dude was just gonna toss and turn in his bed and eventually pass out from the exhaustion and stress because, oh my god, what a fucking day.
Could Phaedra start working on, or continue working on the potion?
Yeah, how many hours did you say you have written down that you had left?
Did last time you said like 2 more long rests?
Okay, so yeah,
Mhm.
over this long rest, and since you guys have a good chunk of the day that you are just winding down, we'll say you just have one trance worth of time, so 4 hours left on this potion.
Okay, awesome.
So it is nearly there. Archie and Aros, what do you guys do upstairs?
Unless Archie initiates any conversation, Aros is just gonna sit there and quietly contemplate. Probably the same thing Archie is doing, unless he initiates anything.
Two dudes meditating, half a town apart because they're not gay. Very much, yeah, no. We are tossing and turning over things mentally, not going to talk unless spoken to right now.
Alrighty. I will say you all can take your long rest then, as you guys are relaxing in the safety of the tower. Ew.
Yeah.
You go to sleep. It doesn't find you the same way it did last time. There's no being pulled through the darkness and the fog, merely voices. You hear Irina? No, the voice is slightly different. It's softer, it's more jovial. and Strahd. Having a conversation, seeming to joke and laugh in each other's company. You wound me. How could you even think to call me old? I'm only 10 years your senior. As you hear Tatiana's laugh, almost like a bell just ringing through your head. Well, I mean no offense by it, dear sister. Only that mean to say you look quite well for your age. That and you fight like a demon itself. It is quite incredible to watch. As the conversation fades out, this warbling, it's not letting you through like it did last time. But you do hear the two of them converse in seemingly friendly and jovial manner as you wake from your long rest.
I roll over, scratch my head, think to myself, it's nice to have a dream that's not a nightmare for once. Not confusing. Wait, what did she mean by sister? He just says out loud. Like, literal or? As in... He's got that concerned thought in his head. Like, can I insight that? Was that like a metaphorical sister or literal sister?
No insight check needed. You remember from the book. Hold on, my dogs are going to start barking again, because why not?
Perros.
Anyway, now that my dogs are done barking for just a second, you remember a passage in the book where Tatiana would call Strahd jokingly old one, elder, sister, all
Okay.
all not like, oh yeah, you're my sister, but in like that friendly, oh, I consider you a sister.
Yeah, like when you call your buddy bro, even though he's not your bro.
Essentially, in the young kids' turns, this woman got sister zoned.
Damn, get fucked.
Bro.
I mean, wouldn't she be sister-in-law?
Would she be?
Not yet, because it doesn't sound like the marriage took place at this point. Huh. So wait, they got along. The dude is like doing the mental calculations. So wait, they got along. This happened, and oh. I don't know if anybody else is awake, but if anybody is, you just see Dew in his bed kind of like whispering to himself, pointing in the air, creating a mental web.
I leave that up to others if they went downstairs to sleep, stayed upstairs if they're awake at this point. You see Irina is still asleep in her bed. Ismark has woken up and is just kind of sitting there at the edge of the bed, not really paying attention to you, but keeping an eye on her.
Yeah. How's she doing? Is any better?
He slightly tilts ahead to you. Well, her fever broke in the night at some point, at least, but she still does not wake.
Okay, not so good.
I admit I am not the smartest man. Maybe that is why they call me the Lesser. But
they might call you lesser, friend, but you're still there for her. The many men and women who would judge you would not do half as much as you've done for your not a fraction as much as you've done for your sister. They only judge you because they're jealous of what they don't have. Heart.
he nods a bit absentmindedly. You can see on his face as it kind of turns to you the dark circles under his eyes. As he probably slept a little bit, and what sleep he did get was not the best. As he just nods a little bit and looks down and takes her hand and just holds on to it and sits next to her.
By the way, with all that said, gonna put it out here. You're not going to be able to protect her if you fall asleep in her time of need. You're safe. She's safe. Get some damn sleep so you can be there for her when she needs it. Alright?
I tried to sleep. I had nightmares the whole night. I kept hearing this awful cackling in my ears.
I stopped being so lackadaisical. I get it. She taunts me as well.
He looks a little bit confused. Who taunts you?
That cackle. Who do you think?
It did not sound like Strahd.
Huh?
Her laugh is more... ha. This was more...
Did he do a witch's kind of cackle?
Yeah, he tried to.
Did you... I'm gonna tilt my head at him a little bit. Why you're cackling like a witch?
Yes,
Like
that is
the-
the cackle I heard.
Like the witches, the hags from the... Oh shit. They're cursing your dreams. I think? I'll be honest, I'm just guessing. But that's what it sounds like.
I would hope not. I do not need another curse on top of everything else, I will be honest.
Well, when we get onto the road again, if we find them hags, we'll put them out of their misery, so that way you no longer have to suffer too. Maybe then the cackles will stop, yeah?
He nods and just goes back to sitting there, just kind of stuck in his own head, and that exhaustion hitting him like a truck. Looking at him with that passive insight of yours and passive perception, he looks like he hasn't slept well recently.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really starting to get to him.
I am gonna give him a prayer from Helm. Helm, keep these two safe. Watch them for us while we're vacant. And I'm gonna head upstairs, and I'm gonna use some of those rations I got from some of those dried cured meats I got from, because nobody else seems to be awake right now or moving about. I'm gonna make everyone breakfast. It's not gonna be the best breakfast, but it's gonna be breakfast nonetheless.
You do know that those 2 rabbits that Ismar killed are also on the counter, if you'd like to add those, because they will go bad soon otherwise.
Yeah, it's literally gonna be the hearty meal after a traumatic day type of thing.
If you come upstairs, Aros is awake. He's still sitting in the same place he was.
Yep. I'm still just gonna go right by you. Gonna pause. Good morning.
Morning.
Apologize for being so aggressive the other day. I know we see the world differently, but I hope you can trust our brash choices.
Aros will just sort of shrug.
We'll get your family back too. We'll get Phaedra's brother back. And we'll get Archie home. It'll just take a little time and work, yeah? Gonna start making up some rabbit and cured meat stew.
Yeah. She'll work on it basically any free chance she gets.
In the attic, everyone's just hanging out. In the basement, bow, 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 bow.
I'm cooking. We have to cook.
Archie will grab his portion and take his place down at the corner of the couch.
Did Octavio never come back?
No, Octavio never came back. He did say he was going to self-study in his wagon, So he probably stayed there for the night.
All right.
Enjoy, everybody. We're gonna have a long day ahead of us, as we always do.
Yep.
Would you all join me for a prayer again?
So long as we can get Phaedra up here, sure. Can we finish eating first?
I'm gonna nod. I'll just, I'll do it during the meal. You're right. We're busy. Phaedra! Stew's on!
Yeah.
Are you good?
Oh,
You look a
smells
little
good,
sideways. Sorry,
Oh.
I couldn't resist it. Whoa, a little tipsy there. Whoa.
She's just floating into the room at a 45-degree angle.
Gmod clipping through the textures for a second.
Oh, we got Morse code Archie again.
He's gonna crash out.
You all are upstairs for a meal. I will say, Ismark does come up, quietly takes his portion and takes a portion for Irene and retreats back downstairs.
Yep.
Cool. Am I still
Not-
cooked or am I better now?
You're better now.
Oh, thank God. It's definitely the microphone.
As we
I'm
all
assuming-
do sit down for a meal, I was just gonna do the similar prayer that I did last time to the helm watching over us, and may the light of the Morninglord guide us. And very
A
simple.
morning
very simple.
gourd.
Morninglord.
Morninglord.
You send off this prayer, and you feel it hit a brick wall.
Hmm.
Ugh.
No reaction. Just gonna enjoy the meal, unless anybody does or say anything. Sorry, Dan.
I assume we woke up fairly early this time.
Yeah, you
Like-
guys went to bed pretty early, and the sun's not even up yet. For what sun, air quotes, the sun is not up yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's not light outside, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Oh, what's the plan?
A couple things to discuss, I suppose, before we start. Anyone have anything they want to get off their chest? No, just me?
Yeah. After we're all done here, I'm staying behind. This place needs someone to fix it up, and sadly, anybody who tried before would be able to try now is, well, the time's coming quick. They need some new blood, and honestly, I have nothing else out there. So if I come off as a little aggressive on wanting to make things better, not just do what's selfish, only right for us, that's why. Yeah, that's it.
You're telling me you actually like Barovia?
Of course I don't like Barovia. I like this place as much as I like Waterdeep, as I like any of those shitty towns along the coast there that took everything from me. I've just decided not to keep running away from every place that I go to. I actually want to fix this place.
Dude, we have been quite literally running across this entire place. I don't think we've stopped until today.
And then when we're done... Listen, why'd you even ask me? I'm just gonna go back to eating my soup.
Right.
You really think you can fix this place? I mean, even without Strahd, this place is pretty messed up.
Neat stops and thinks about it. Yeah. And so was I, but for some reason, the gods didn't give up on me. They gave me another chance, And they brought me here for some strange reason. At first I thought it was punishment, but they were trying to show me purpose. So I do think that if others see that this place can be better, maybe they will be too.
Of course, that's long term. I was thinking of talking on matters more short.
Oh. If you could see Duke blush, he would be blushing a little bit. I already told you everything I wanted to do yesterday. You know, make sure this place is safe. Head south. Dragon's sword. And he just starts mumbling quietly.
I suppose I might as well be straightforward with it. The last couple of days have been pretty blunt reminders of things that I need to do. People don't stay dead here in Barovia, and I have an obligation to those who I brought here with me, who are more than likely still wandering out there, dead or alive. I refuse to believe I'm the only one that survived my squad's failed assault on that damn castle. If there's some ancient undead that have managed to walk around and not be struck down if they're enemies of Strahd, there's absolutely no way that my ilk aren't also around. I think the most important thing for us in terms of order of operations would be to make sure this place is safe for Irina, given that we chose her over what Strahd wants, which will, as Eros so tactfully put it, make it so we don't want to communicate with her pretty much ever. She will probably kill us on sight at this point. I say, more than anything, we go into the Abbey, make sure that any sort of safety, that whether it be maintained or strengthened, Strahd, her reach is far-reaching, to the point that she made the heavens thunder with most likely the wave of her hand or spell or something across the entirety of the map that we have of this place. She can reach anywhere, and if there's any way we could strengthen Kresk, it would absolutely be in our best interest to do so in the short term, at least so that we may seek out the remainder of our divinations and strengthen ourselves for the confrontation with Strahd. I say we head into the Abbey, figure out what's going on, see if there's any remnant of the Saints' power that might strengthen this place, see if there are any survivors, records, any information they had on Strahd. If anyone would, it would be them, things the book might not tell us. An outsider's perspective may aid us, given the circumstances. Other than that, we could obviously go onto the werewolves, though I wouldn't consider that a massive priority, considering others are dealing with that. I think we absolutely need to try and find the sword. We are blessed that Sergei was willing enough to point us in the right direction. We knew it was down there somewhere, and I have a sneaking suspicion that, well, I don't think there's zero importance to the location where an entire undead army might be sitting in their rest. I would like to think that they chose a place of importance to guard, as would be standard practice for pretty much any group. I say we check there. It's not too far into the mountains, judging on where the soldier marked on our map, and it's just about in between here and... Yes, it's... Sorry, double checking the map myself. It's just between... Yes, between here and Valaki a ways. It's not too off. We just follow the river. I think it would be best for us to head there, then we can fall back to Velaki if we need. Or if we are able to find any sort of lead to either of our divinations, we can move it from there. The lands to the south, the mountain specifically, seems to be a place of importance. Strahd will most definitely be chasing us at this point. If we could convince her that Irina might be with us, or bare minimum leave her safe here, we definitely need to make sure that whatever we do quickly, whether that be traveling or investigating the abbot here, or something else. I'm sure you also might have leads. But more than anything, once we do, I say we muster our forces, gather our strength, and then as soon as possible, it doesn't matter if an outside source is what has corrupted Strahd or made plain or clear or given strength to some underlying hate or evil. Whatever Strahd is, whatever summation of chaos or evil or malice or just fear, we just need to cut her down and make sure she stays dead. We have to be careful in this, given the fact that none can leave, and we don't know entirely if she's the one commanding that. We need to make sure she stays dead. That includes reincarnation. Because if Irina was able to come back and some vestige of Tatiana was able to be manifested, I'm assuming the same would be true for the Lady Strahd, yes? And he'll look over at Eros to see if he would think that summation correct.
Ooh, that is... Hers will kind of flinch a bit. That's possible, yes.
If none can leave, the only way to break this cycle, this infinite dance of fate, will be to remove the restrictions on this place, to make it so that souls don't wander in and then stay trapped within that fog. That might not end when we kill Strahd. I don't know if there's an entity somewhere. Some record, maybe down in the Abbey, I would think would be the best place to look, to try and find something, some record of what keeps this place isolated. Whatever it is, I'm assuming that's our only way out of this, long term.
Dew takes the book, reaches over into his pack, pulls out the tome, puts it on the table. Well, ever since I connected to this thing, each night I'm slowly getting a little bit of part of the story of Strahd. The first vision I told you all was about when she was a military general leader of some sort, performing a great crusade that everyone seemed to adore her for. Last night I had another dream. She was celebrating one of her victories. Tatiana, he says at a little bit of a lower voice, so the two downstairs don't blow us don't hear. It was actually quite sweet. They were best friends. Close. I'll keep you guys updated as each night passes by, but I feel as our story goes on, we'll learn more as well. Sadly, it's only when I'm deep in my rest these visions come.
Do you trust them?
I learned the name Alexander from it. I said the word Alexander, and she was deeply impacted by it.
Perhaps you would like to share information that you obtain with us rather than her next time, please?
Yeah. So, and I will... Yeah. I'm just... Listen, I'm trying, alright?
Right. Look, our timetable is not There is no way Strahd will honor any deal that leaves us going unpunished for that little reunion yesterday. Unfortunately, that puts you in this too, Eros. I doubt if she was able to summon something, she didn't know you were there. And so the only way out of this for us is with her dead and Barovia unshrouded. We are going to have to make quick decisions here. Which do we think would be more illuminating? Because the one thing we lack, despite what we have learned, is information about Barovia specifically. We know of Strahd, of her supposed bargain and twisting of fate, of trying to chase Tatiana. We do not know of this place. Why is everyone being reincarnated? Why are your ilk, gestures over at Eros, being trapped here? Why even my squad was sent in to the mist people were vanishing into? It's also why I was sent, technically. I think we ought work on learning more about Barovia, and I say the best way to learn about Barovia will either be from the dead, who have been here a very long time and might remember things, or we go and find records within the Abbey to some extent. Perhaps the Abbot might be able to give us more information, considering the local god, the Morninglord, and Saint Markovia. I'm assuming they might know a little more about what's going on, especially considering their magics down at that pond still yet remain, and supposedly might have had the power to completely sever themselves off from Strahd's influence.
If he's a holy man, the abbot will be up bright and early. Phaedra?
Yes?
Sound like a plan to you?
Sounds fine to me.
Are we going to talk to the abbot or infiltrate the abbey?
Well, he did say he was going to see the burgomaster in the morning. Maybe a couple of us can catch him there and the rest can go into the abbot. Do a little digging around.
The abbey is a large building,
I do not know if trespassing on sacred and or formerly sacred ground would be a smart idea.
Why don't we
Fine.
just listen in on the abbot and the burgomaster's conversation and see if we pick up anything from there? And maybe watch him for a little bit.
Right. We can obviously attempt cordiality, but something tells me a religious shut-in in a place like this isn't going to be completely cooperative.
Especially one who's eluded the entire town for 100 years. But
if we are given the opportunity, let us not immediately kill him either. I doubt he's been doing absolutely nothing up there in a building for the last, several decades. We ought not immediately assume it's malice.
Well, a man like that has skeletons in his basement. He's got secrets, and I'm sure we'll pick up some sort of vibe if we just follow him around a little bit, watch him.
And need I remind you that the burgomaster quite literally said they hear screams coming from the abbot?
Oh, that's a good point. Did we hear that at all last night?
Perception checks, if you'd like.
Uh-oh. I love being by the door.
22.
Everybody but Aros.
Mr. Big Ears didn't hear anything, of course.
At one point in the middle of the night, everybody but Aros, you were too focused on the thoughts that plague you. You heard bells ringing from the abbey. And the second the bells started, you heard howling laughter and screams. Human and inhuman alike, just tearing through the night air.
I mean,
lasting for a good few minutes before it stopped.
I mean, you all heard it last night as well, right? That's not normal.
No, and there's most definitely some non-humanoid voices there, so we ought to assume we are in for a fight. Worst case scenario.
Not going expecting a fight.
No, but we must always be prepared for it.
Be prepared for it, but I don't think we should be the ones
To start
picking a
with, yes.
fight if we don't have a good reason.
We did promise we wouldn't cause trouble for the people of Krisk, so yes.
He was very proud of you guys hearing that coming from you guys.
It is still early in the morning. Light has not even begun to peer through the fog clouds. We could try and infiltrate before the Abbey meets with the Burgomaster in the midst of night.
Worst case scenario, if we do run into him, we can use that as a moment to distract him there, so he doesn't gather on the debts that the Burgomaster owes. Because I got a feeling it's not going to be good.
I've been thinking on that. Are any of you familiar with the principle of reciprocity?
That's a big word. You're going to have to explain.
Well, I suppose I was but a child, but where my parents were from, the Feywild and the courts and everything. Effectively, there is a principle that governs all transactions of any kind, be they spoken, unspoken, and that is that you must give and take in equal merit, in courtesy and that sort of deal. If souls cannot leave Barovia, cannot penetrate the mists, then what is the cost for taking one and putting it back in a body, for giving life? What is the take in that case, then? No, I don't think... I absolutely think he might prey on the old cliche of, oh, I will bring back someone you love, but your soul will be mine, or some such. It's a common tactic of hags and the like, ilk of kind adjacent to mine, and, well, we know that those sort of principles do still take place here, considering we did stop such creatures earlier in our journeys here. I think we ought to make sure he does not collect, as whatever price is not something the Burgomaster... He might think he's willing, but I don't think he will be willing to pay it, as was cautioned to us by Sergei yesterday. Deals are not to be trusted here.
Brings up a point. Do we believe the abbot is an ally of Strahd? If so, and you believe a soul for a soul, whose soul has just recently entered Kresk?
Well, I do have a way. It kept me safe when we first came here, but I can maybe ask Helm to help me out again. I can detect, possibly, if he's evil or good.
Worth a shot. If you believe it would work, I trust you.
Got a question.
Go ahead. Open discussion.
We've been... Oh, in terms of magic theory, we've been operating on, regular rules of magic. But this place warps how magic warps. when you summon a familiar, it becomes an undead creature here. That's not really how it is outside of Barovia.
Can the other two of you attest to this? I'm not exactly a war wizard. I'm not sure if how you've been spellcasting is abnormal.
I'll nod. My Raven familiar is taken an undead form, yes.
Dude shakes his
If
head.
there really is this, I suppose, dome preventing souls from leaving this place, then have we tried reviving something without material components?
He starts thinking. Next
'Cause-
opportunity we get, I'll give it a shot.
Would Phaedra have the, like, magic knowledge to understand that, like... Because, like, in D&D, it goes to the astral plane, right? Like, souls?
You know that the soul generally does not stay amongst the material plane.
It goes somewhere else, is my
Because
understanding.
usually the, like, idea of a revivify or, like, a not reincarnate, raise dead, is to... The spell is taking the soul from whichever plane it went into and putting it back in the body. But if it didn't go anywhere...
That's a good point. Next time we come across a dead body, I'll give it a shot. Confirm that theory. But until then, we gotta kind of just assume that the rules are working as they are. I mean, your guys' magic got twisted with your familiars, but all of my divine gifts have been true. I was able to detect vampires and ghouls before without issue. None of my spells have been twisted into an amalgamation of corruption. Maybe it's the source that's becoming corrupted. And you guys are the source of your magic, right? And this place corrupts everything.
My magic comes from the land and the stars.
And the land right now is
corrupted.
Right, well, we have a choice at the moment. Do we wait until the abbot comes down, or do we go now?
I'm tired of waiting.
Let's go then.
You hear bells
Right.
off in the distance,
Oh.
ringing to denote the dawn, and the screams and cackles that follow it. All of you
As
hear
I'm
it this
walking-
time.
as I'm walking beside Phaedra. I'm not saying he's evil, but ding ding.
It sounds... If you guys, everyone's been to, like, the zoo here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when, like, the chimps and the fucking monkeys just go ape shit and start, like,
Oh,
screaming and hooting and
God.
hollering? It sounds like that.
Yikes.
You know, if the abbot didn't want people to think he was evil, he wouldn't put on an evil man uniform and do evil man actions. That's all I'm saying. Say casually as I'm walking beside Phaedra. It's kind of like you wear a big witch's hat, so I just assume you cast magic. Is that too far for me to say?
It's kind of squints at you.
I know what you're gonna say. But I am a priest. I swear, I'm a cleric.
Yeah, okay.
Do you hear laughing in your ears as you say that?
Dude just whispers to himself, and it's just like, yeah, this is awkward. Nobody believes me.
I'm
Yeah, we
sorry,
can
the
take a lead.
mental image that Helm is just watching and just like looked over at another god like, oh my god, guys, get a load of this guy.
Oh, it wasn't. It was a very familiar voice.
Yeah, it was Strahd laughing at me again. God damn it.
So,
Oh yeah, by the way, I have a lady in my head who keeps laughing at me. It's Strahd, by the way.
I swear to god.
Does he say that?
Yeah, no, 100%. He said, What are you all? Why are you all looking at me like that? You said we need to be forthright and coming at these things. Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep watching out the door.
Yeah.
I think that's a conversation for later, maybe.
Listen, if Strahd possesses my body, you have my permission to kill me, Phaedra. You too, Eros.
What?
so, what is the plan from here? Are you guys all heading over to the Burgomaster's house?
I think we're heading to the Abbey.
Going to the Abbey.
We're heading straight to the Abbey. Screw
Okay.
this. We are not waiting for. We're not letting this guy make the first move. We're taking the initiative.
I wanted
Hell yeah.
to double check because there was talk of going to the Burgomaster and talk of going to the Abbey. So, what is the? I want to get the general consensus. The plan is to get there when he's not there, because he did say he was coming in the morning to talk to the Burgomaster.
I would like to
He's
know
not-
what the discussion is, though. I feel like
Yeah, I would too, but I can assume he's not going to visit the Burgomaster at the crack of dawn.
Do you guys want to send a familiar just in case?
Idea.
I mean, familiars can only go. You can only look through familiars for so far. It's like 100 feet.
Listen, if we're gonna split up, I'll go to the Abbey. It makes sense for me to be there. I'm a holy man. I'll just say that I was looking for him if something goes down.
no, I think we should keep together in this case. But if we want to go down to the Abbey, I think we should do it before he leaves, because
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Let's double time it then. We're not gonna run, but we're gonna do a fast walk up the hill towards the Abbey. Hopefully try to catch him on the way there, if not while he's there.
because I think it's important we catch his conversation with the Burgermaster.
The Burgermaster, yes.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll try to catch him in the morning then.
You guys have woken up very early, and we'll say you were conversing for about an hour or so. Dawn has come once again to Barovia. The light is very faint. Though the fog is not too heavy today, you can easily see down the road a little ways. You head out, heading towards the Abbey. You see that the village is already bustling. People are already getting up and going about their daily chores. Chopping wood, feeding the chickens and pigs that are kept in their indoor pens. Going about and asking their neighbors if they need anything. Clothes are being stretched out as clothes are being hung up to dry with the early morning wash.
Maybe the abbot will arrive at the crack of dawn. Shit.
Oh no.
Is Octavio's cart still here?
Yeah,
Did
you
he
see it
leave?
parked off to
Okay.
here. As you guys get up to about there, you see his cart. You don't see any light on in it currently.
What are you thinking, Eros?
Nothing. I was just wondering if he just actually took off without telling us, or if he was still here.
I got it.
You guys make it up to about there, as you see coming down the road, the abbot.
Shit.
Hands behind his back, slowly and confidently walking down the road in your direction.
Oh shit.
Discussion?
Okay, maybe we pivot. Maybe we just catch this conversation with the burgermaster first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pivot.
All
Did
right.
you guys just randomly pivot in the middle of the road as he's walking towards you?
No, we
Just immediate, like, there's no, like, animation of us, like, turning around. It's just an immediate...
The just quick flip around.
I contacted one frame U-turn. Jesus.
He eventually walks up to you guys and doesn't really even look at you as he just goes, "Good morning," as he continues to walk, not even really giving you more than a passing glance.
Okay.
As he heads seemingly towards the burgomaster's house.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of like nudge and push Eros and Phaedra to go.
So wait, he saw us, like, because this is the road to the Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is no other houses along this road. And he
Yeah.
doesn't seem to care that we're moving up there?
No.
Okay. Following him, I guess? Are we following him? Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
it does.
Follow him.
I think we are, because we don't want to miss the conversation.
All right.
You guys pivot and follow him as he just slowly walks all the way over to the burgomaster's house. No quick movement to his steps. It is methodical. It is calculating. It is confident. Not even paying mind to you guys following him.
Whispering to Phaedra again. Man, he even walks like a creepy old person. Ugh.
Yeah, that's exactly how creepy old people walk. It's the way he like slides his feet makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, the way that he hunches
You know that
like that
shuffle
too.
that old people do?
Oh god, but he's like doing it really fast. It's uncanny.
As he
You
By
go
the
that
way,
fast?
drives.
How close is he to us, by the way? How far away from it?
It's up to you guys how close you want to be to him, but he is now at the burgomaster's door as he just, same fashion as he did yesterday, a few solid knocks on the door waiting for somebody to enter.
Alright, you know, I'm just gonna do this. This has both verbal and somatic components. I'm gonna cast the spell from like 60 feet away and then move up to 30 feet as he's knocking on the door.
Are you
Which we
trying to
love
be
that
stealthy
one.
with it?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. I'm trying to just get it out there quickly. I don't think I can be stealthy if I'm just straight up trying to cast it as fast as I can.
Gotcha.
As I'm
So
going to cast
you are
Detect
casting
Good and
60
Evil.
feet away and then moving up to him about 30 feet away, correct?
Correct. It's a
Okay.
30-foot radius around me for 10 minutes. I can detect any aberration, celestial, elemental, fiend, or undead.
Gotcha. You go to cast this spell as he knocks on the door, and after a few seconds, the burgomaster does open it, looking a little bit tired, a little bit bleary-eyed from what you can assume is a long night of being up with his wife and his son, as he goes, "Oh, good morning. I suppose you are here for payment. Come on in." As he turns and moves inside, and as he does so, your spell goes off. Go ahead and put yourself within 30 feet of him if you are not already.
Alright, yeah. I'm going to walk up the road towards him. And my verbal components are going to be Helm, reveal the secrets of the darkness and the corruption around me. Reveal the truth of those who may seek to walk in the shadows. And I'm just going to... Yeah, get about that close.
You almost have to shield your eyes from the blinding brilliance of a celestial standing before you. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Wait!
Oh my god.
Sorry.